Hi, welcome back to the channel. In this video series, we're going to do, it's a build series, so it'll include unboxing and various build videos of this Pilot RC Predator gas turbine jet. It's the 2.2 meter model. I will tell you this is my first composite airplane build. This is also my first gas turbine build. I've already started to get a ton of help from my local flying buddies who are into this, but this should be kind of exciting, this video build series, because I'm going to be learning a ton as I go through this build. Of the videos I've watched of others who do build videos on jets, and talking to my fellow club members who do jets, it's interesting that a lot of the jet guys, because they've done 4, 5, 6, a dozen, maybe even 20 jets in their life, they know a lot of stuff and it's intuitive and they don't even think twice about it. But for a person who's a beginner, who's never done this before, I think it's going to be an interesting learning experience, and I'm hoping anybody who's watching this video who's contemplating getting into gas turbine jets will find what we learn together helpful. So hope you enjoy the series, and we're going to get started, and look forward to hearing your comments. If you find that you like what you see in terms of content on the channel, please subscribe, please click the like button. All of that helps the channel. Even though the channel is brand new, it does help the channel, so that as we go on in time and we improve and our viewership improves, we'll be able to make more and better content. So looking forward to your comments, and let's get started. Thanks. Okay, I had this beautiful intro that I thought I was recording, and I failed to press the record button. So starting over. So like I said in my introduction, I cheat a little bit on unboxing, only because I find some of the things in typical unboxing videos just a little tedious. So you didn't actually see me break open the carton. And the reason you didn't see me do that is because when this first arrived today, there was some damage on the outside of the carton. And I really did need to get a peek inside to see if there was any damage to the contents. And there wasn't, so no harm, no foul. As I do this unboxing, we can see, by the way, how well packed all this stuff is. Everything's wrapped really nicely in foam, and then everything's supported with these foam pieces here. And so as it shipped over the water to the United States, and as it came all the way across country in a truck, it all came out pretty good. So what I'm going to do next, I'm going to go ahead and take these pieces out and get them laid out on the table, and then we'll take a look at what the pieces look like coming out of the box. Okay, so after that short introduction, I did promise you to look at the components from the unboxing. And I also promised that I wasn't going to make you watch me unwrap every single thing that was in the box. You know, we did look at the video, we saw how things were packaged, and so now we'll take a look at the things that unwrapped. I will say this, even though you didn't get to watch me unwrap everything, everything was wrapped really, really well. So let's go ahead and take a look. So we'll start with stabilizer. Paint is in excellent condition. All the glue joints are done. The hinge, it's a live hinge, like we see on a lot of fiberglass composite models. Control horn is installed, and absolutely nothing wrong with this. I could show you the other stabilizer, but it essentially looks identical. So let's move on to the wing. What I think I'm going to like most about this airplane is top of the wing is red, bottom of the wing is yellow. And that's going to create great contrast in the sky, I think. We can see ailerons have the live hinge. The flap only goes one direction. Yeah, so when it's up, it doesn't go any further than a full up position. Again, just really, really fine paint job. In fact, as I ran my hand over these logos, you know, the Ferrari logo and the Ferrari lettering, I'm not feeling any ridges. So I don't know how they did this, but I don't think this is decals, because you think you would feel something on here. The servo doors are taped in place, and when we get into the build, we'll open those and take a look. But really, really impressed so far with what I see. And I will get to the part where I nitpick, so do stay tuned. Okay, the fuselage. The fuselage comes in two pieces, which I think is common in some of the bigger airplanes. I think where it helps is shipping, right? If they can break this fuselage down into a box that's not that long, shipping costs go way down. One thing to keep in mind as you do these composite airplanes from companies that are constantly improving and constantly engineering, the assembly manual doesn't always line up with the actual plane you have. For example, the assembly manual that I downloaded from Pilot RC for this airplane does not appear to have a two-piece fuselage. It appears not only to have a one-piece fuselage, but it also appeared to have the vertical tail fin as a component that you actually installed. So this is different engineering than is in the manual. So Pilot RC, if you're listening, by all means, update your manuals. The hardware package that comes with the kit is pretty complete, and comes in these little pouches that are all connected. So you don't have to worry about quality control from the factory. As long as they choose the right package to go with the airframe, you're good. So push rods and ball links already assembled. What appears to be battery or radio straps. Comes with all of the servo extensions that you're going to need in the airplane. I don't know what quality these are, and I'll certainly be trying them out as I do the build, but I'm really happy. Adhesive-backed wire keepers. So as we're routing wires through the airframe or fuel tubing or whatever we have, we'll be able to keep those things orderly. A fuel dot, the fuel vent, and then assorted screws and nuts and bolts, and then finally the brackets for the servos that get installed for ailerons and flaps. So it's all pretty cool stuff. Now we'll take a look at the landing gear. I'm not familiar with Pilot RC stuff just yet, but this stuff looks like it's pretty robust. So I don't think we're going to have any issues with either getting this installed or getting this to operate. Pilot RC includes their own landing gear controller. Okay, let's move on. One of the things I bought from Global Jet Club when I ordered the plane were wing bags and a fuselage bag, which includes tail covers. I've never had a fuselage bag before because all of my other planes are propeller planes, so it just wouldn't make sense. So I'm looking forward to see how this all works out. But I'm really happy that I bought the wing bags and the stab bags, because the bane of my existence when I'm doing build, especially of larger models, is hanger rash. I can't seem to move something, even something as small as a wing panel, from one side of my shop to the other without banging it on something. So while I'm doing this build, if I'm not working on the stabs, if I'm not working on the wings, they're going to be safely in their bags. So hopefully I will limit, maybe even hopefully eliminate hanger rash on this beautiful airframe. Comes with a fuel tank. That's a 4.6 liter tank. I did cheat a little bit. I promised this was an unboxing, but I actually did this part of the build. I got the tank Velcroed in and installed just to make sure everything would fit. The piece that I don't have out on my review table right here is the thrust tube. And I think the thrust tube is going to create a bit of a challenge, because to get it properly installed, the bell mouth will only fit in there and has to be installed before this back portion can be slid over the tube, and then the tube come out the back end. So I kind of think installing the thrust tube is going to be a two-person job. So I'll probably invite one of my flying buddies over to help me with that part of the project, unless I can figure out how to pull that off. But I will tell you, so far, I'm pretty impressed by this kit. Now, as far as nitpicking is concerned, and there's very little of it, even though the packaging was great, I don't know if the camera will pick this up, but right there we can see a little chip in the paint. That'll be easy enough to fix, but it was a little disappointing to see that. And on the left side of the forward fuselage, on the beginning of the intake, little bit of a scuff mark right there in center frame. I tried rubbing that off. Maybe I'll take some alcohol to it and see what happens. The only other thing I would point out that I wasn't totally impressed with is this floor. This equipment floor is not a carbon laminate. It's simple plywood, and what appears to be carbon laminate is kind of wallpaper. It's just a sticky paper substance that makes it look good, and I think it'll be fine. The problem is they also applied that in here, but you can see not a very good job. I'll end up taking that up and probably just painting that area black, and I think it'll come out just fine that way. So I think that's the end of our unboxing. Really pretty impressed. Everything out of the box. Next video that will begin the build, and if you like this video, please subscribe, and look to see you the next time. Bye.